Hello guys, welcome to the channel Ads with Lovnik. So this is the part 3 of Meta Ads Lead Gen course. In the part 1 and part 2, we have already covered what is the objective you have to use as per the business, be it engagement or leads. We have already covered the optimization goal and the conversion location as well as about the audiences and the placement. So if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, first I would recommend you to watch part 1 and part 2, and then you can continue with part 3. So without wasting any time, now let's start with part 3. So before I start, I will just quickly show you some results that I have achieved for my clients in lead gen segment sector, so you would know from where the advice is coming from. So here, as you can see, I have spent somewhere around 1.5 lakh on this account, and here you can see the lead numbers 208, 48, 244 at a cost per result of 311, 47, 77. And then here is the another one in which I have spent around 20,000 and the cost per lead is 142, and the number of lead is also 142. Now let's see another account here. So in this account I have spent somewhere around 2.90 lakhs, and these are the number of leads that I have generated at a cost per result of 112, 758, 67, 165, 279. So these are the results. Okay, and then there is one more I would like to show you. So in this for this month only, I have somewhere around 72 I have spent, and these are the number of messaging conversation I have generated, leads you can also say that, and the cost per result is 29, 107, 343, 138, and so on. So these are the results for some of my clients. Now in the part 3, we will be discussing about the ad level settings for both lead for both local businesses and the other businesses, high tickets, and any other. Okay, so at the ad level we have all these options. So these are some, so here you can select the Facebook page and then Instagram page, and then here we have this ad setup option. So we have multiple which are create ad, use existing post, use creative mockup. So you can use create ad when you want to create the ad from scratch. Let's say you want to use a creative and then add the primary text of it and then the headline. But if you want to use any post from your Instagram page or Facebook page, you can just click on use existing post, and then you can select the post that you want to use as an advertisement. Okay, now we have the option to select the format, single image or video or carousel. So you can select it accordingly, whichever suits you well or fits your objective. Now there's multiple advertiser ads option, you can keep it on, there is no issue with that. Now here comes the most important thing for our lead gen campaign, which is instant forms, creating our lead gen form. So here I will show you what is the best approach of creating a lead gen form when the goal is to generate the best quality leads possible from the meta ads. So we will just click on create form. Okay, so here you can name the form. Let me just put ads with Lovnik here. You can write it accordingly. And then there is some options we have to select for form type. There is more volume, there is higher intent, and in higher intent there is one options we have which is require leads to verify their phone numbers with a one-time passcode. So my recommendation will be to always go with higher intent and tick on this require leads to verify their phone number option. This is from all the ways that we have to increase the quality of leads, this is one of them. So I don't want you to miss that. I want you to use just higher intent, and please do not forget to click on this require leads to verify their phone number with one time passcode. And then there we have sharing settings, select who can submit and share this form. Open forms can help you reach more people, so you can keep it open, there is no issue with that. Okay, now there is this thing which is flexible form delivery, and here what I want you to do is I want you to turn this option off, And now why I want you to turn this office, because if it is toggled on, then it can remove some inputs that we have asked. Maybe it will remove OTP verification thing, or slide to submit thing, so it can remove all these things. So maybe ask for less details. Maybe we have added 4 questions, it may just ask 3. So it can do these changes which we have already added to increase the quality of lead. So this is very important to turn this off. We don't want this to meta, we don't want this that meta control on these things. We want full control on that. So we will be toggling off this section or this toggle. Now let's click on next and see what we have. Okay, so now here there is a greeting page. I want you to add the details over here. Do not skip that part also. Headline, you can keep it accordingly. Let's say I'm just putting something randomly. So let me just put anything for now. Let me just put ads with Lovnik, and then for description, this is my preferred type. I'd like to go with the list option because I think it is it is more eye catchy than using the paragraph as a description. And then you can add a few pointers here. Let's say 10,000 plus happy clients, and maybe please ignore the typing mistakes I'm making. And we can also write something like decades of experience. Okay, and then you can add, other things as well here. Let me just put xyz. So just 2 pointers are enough because you have already added 4 different things in these 2 lines only, by separating the things with this icon or this symbol. And then we will click on we will just go through it, and then we will see what we have here. It says trust signals, highlight your notable features and valuable, establish credibility and trust. You can add up to 4, so you can also add that, there is no issue on that. Okay, then there is incentives, motivate people to give their info by offering reward like a free trial or consultation. So if this suits your business, you can click on that as well. Like free trial you can give, or free consultation you can give. Let's say if you are advertising for your digital marketing agency, right, and you want to onboard a few clients, so you can give them a free consultation in which you will be analyzing their account and proposing them the optimization and suggestion that you recommend as per your analysis. So this is something that you can do as a free consultation. Okay, so you can just fill in these details. And then there is how it works section, tell people how to sign up, get started, list benefit using your product or service. You can do it accordingly, it's up to you. Okay, so it is not like it will improve the quality or not. So it's up to you. If it is usable for your business, then you can surely do it. And then product, tell people about your product, service and course or plans. So if you have some courses or plans or services cost etc, you can add it here as well. And then there is social proof, add reviews from customers or any stories, news stories, or certification. So you can also add it accordingly as per your business requirements. Okay, now click on next. So here we have this add questions option. So what I would recommend is, I would recommend you to add at least 2 multiple choice question and 1 short answer type question. Okay, so from here you have to add just 2 multiple choice questions. So we will click on one. We will add a question here. Okay, let's say, would you like to proceed? This is, I am adding just for a reference. Obviously you won't add this as a question for your for your business. You will add something relevant. Let's say if you are, maybe you can add here, what is the best time to call you, or something related to your business that increase the quality of leads. Obviously you won't add would you like to proceed. I'm just adding it for just an example. So then there you can add yes. no, and then you can add one more question, which is again multiple choice, and then you can add one short answer question. Okay, and that is it. So that's all. You can add a short answer question, and also remember to add some minimum character limit, maybe 10. So the short answer should be at least 10 character long, so that people just don't put anything, maybe just xyz or na etc in your short answer, because that is something that you don't want, right? Because you want only the qualified leads. Also make sure this optional toggle is not marked for any of this question, because we don't want this to be optional. We want the user to go through these questions for sure. Okay, then there is this description section. Here you can just mention, please fill the details below. Okay, and then you can ask for email, number, and city also if it is necessary for a business. But again, make sure that the optional thing is turned off. Also, there is a new feature. I don't see the feature in this account, that you can also turn off the autofill. Okay, so that if the user opens up the form, all these information, email, phone number, and the full name thing won't get autofilled. They have to manually add all the detail. So this is another feature, new feature, that you can leverage to increase the quality of leads. Now we will click on next. Here you can just add a link to your privacy policy, and link text could be view privacy policy. So it could be anything, not just view privacy policy. You can add accordingly. There is no issue on that. Okay, and then we will click on next, and this is the review page, and then let's click on next. Okay, so this is the last page of our legion form. Here you can add a headline, thank you, you're all set. You can write accordingly, whichever you prefer here, and then the description that our team will get back to you shortly, or anything like that. And now from here, I don't want you to use this go to website option or view file option. You can use it if it really matters for your business. Let's say if you are generating leads for your agency, right, and you want the client to go through your portfolio once before before after they submit the legion form, then you can click on view profile, and then you can add a portfolio link or something like that, so they can view your portfolio, right? And then you can send them to a landing page on your website. So if that fits for your business, you can do that. But ideally, what I recommend for multiple of my clients, and what I use for my clients as well, is the call business option, because the end goal of the lead you get is basically to get in touch, right? So you will be calling them. But let's say if a client is in a hurry and they want to reach out as soon as possible, so you can give them an option. You can just click on call business, and then you can add the number here, and then you can change the call to action to speak to our advisor now. Okay, so it will give them an option to get in touch ASAP, as if they are in a hurry, and chances of you getting converting them will increase. Let's say if the option is not given over here, and they find it difficult to find your number on website or somewhere else, or they don't have any time to go deep into it, because they are already interacting with multiple lead gen forms at the moment. So chances are, let's say if some other company or some other advertisers reach out to them first, but the lead flow that you are getting is larger in size, or for some reasons you don't you are not able to you are not able to call that person before your competitors, or one of your competitors call them early. So what will happen is the chances of conversion will get decreased, and your lead will get converted somewhere else. So that's why you also always have to give this option to speak to our advisor now, or speak to whatever wording you want to use here that supports your business. So you can use that. And you will have a good quality lead. So that was for your lead gen objective. If your objective is lead gen, this is the ideal way of creating the lead gen form. And you can create the form from here. I have not added a few details, so I'm not creating it, as it was just to explain you. Okay, so lead gen form you can create in that way, be it your local business or be it your high ticket products. But for local businesses, when you are using engagement as your objective, there is a completely different option. You don't get any lead gen form there in the engagement objective. Okay, so create ad option will remain as same, the ad creative part is same. Now instead of this lead gen form, we have a message template for the engagement campaign. And what wrong mostly people do is they either use the pre-selected conversation template, or they don't create any new, or even if they create new, they do not add the details that are highly required to get the qualified leads. What is mentioned here is, hi, please let us know how we can help you, question responsive, what are your hours, what is the price but these I don't see as a qualified questions or responses. Instead of that, what I want you to do is, we will create a new template. Okay, so we'll click on edit. Now under this text section, I want to answer your prospects questions directly. Let's say for an example, if I give you an example, you are advertising for wedding dresses. Okay, so wedding dresses that are so once you run campaign, you see that mostly people ask for rental dresses, but you don't offer rental dresses. And mostly people ask for under 50,000 or 70,000, under this price range. So you don't have this price range as well, because you only have dresses that are above 1 lakh. So now these two are the questions that, let's say, you are getting often, that okay, we want this, we want this, and you don't you are not into that segment. So what you can do is, in under the text option, you don't need to add those typical greetings there. Instead, what you can do is, you can just mention non rental wedding dresses starting from 1 lakh. Okay, so you can directly add it here, like non-rental wedding dresses starting from 1 lakh. So this answers a lot of queries, okay, by itself, that we are only into non-rental wedding dresses and our starting price is 1000. So people won't interact with you if they just see first thing over here that you have mentioned. So you want the chances of getting those leads which will ask for a rental wedding dress or a wedding dress that is under 1 lakh decreases significantly. Then you can add the follow-up thing with that, would you like to proceed. So see, we have just changed the whole scenario. Instead of hi, thank you for connecting with us on all these things, we have specifically mentioned what we are delivering, and we have answered the question of that we often get and become the reason of a unqualified lead. So we have already answered all these questions, or the key questions. Now instead of all this question, you just add here as let's proceed. So basically, this is a question that you are, or this is a statement that you have, mentioned. And then in options, you are not giving them this thing that, okay, what is the price, or you have already mentioned that there. And then you are just giving them an option as let's proceed, or maybe you can, mention, please share process and timelines. Or maybe it could be, if I say another question could be, um, can we, or I did like to speak with someone from your team. Okay, so all these question you can uh, I did like to speak with someone from your team. Okay, and follow up message you can keep it as off. Okay, so in this is how you can increase the quality of your messages that you are going to get from your ads. So this is it for the video, guys. I hope I was able to add some values, and after the completion of these 3-part series on meta ad lead gen course, you will feel confident to generate leads for your clients, be it local client or any other businesses. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care and bye bye.